Well, hey there, and good morning. Your favorite caveman is back at you right here on the coffee break. And we're going to take a little time out and just talk a little bit about the past few days. Doesn't that sound good? Me gabbing at you. Anyways, before I get started, I just want to remind you that if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so if you feel like it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified of future videos, which I try to post every week, about 3 times a week. And also, if you have any comments, feel free to share. I would like to have a conversation with you that carries on beyond me gabbing at you. So leave the comments in the comment boxes below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you like the video. And share, share, share. Okay. Now, I know the past couple of videos I've been really kind of focused on telling stories about what's going on and with my family a little bit and the experiences I've had related to that. And this is going to be no different, really, because Saturday we had a memorial service, funeral, and I attended that online, as I mentioned in the last video, of what it's like to be a fly on the wall. But today I want to talk about what it's like to be a bump on a log, because following that I was a little exhausted, naturally. You know, there's a lot of emotions and feelings going on when you lose someone in your family or someone you love, or just basic loss in general. So I know that on Saturday afterwards I didn't do much else for the rest of the day. I debated on whether to make a phone call or not to my mom, and because I didn't want to intrude or make her feel more overwhelmed with the circumstances in that moment, since that was the day of. And I had a conversation with someone on the phone, and they reminded me that when you love someone or they love you, then it's never a burden to give them a phone call in a time of importance. So that made me feel good. That inspired me, and I gave her a call, and she was doing pretty good considering the circumstances. So I did accomplish that on top of the service on Saturday. But here's the story that I want to share with you today about what it's like to be a bump on a log. And that happened to me on Sunday. So I want to start out with just a little question here. Have you ever felt like you just didn't want to do anything at all for the entire day? You know, a bump on a log. You just sat there, or you just lie there, or you just do nothing, absolutely nothing all day long. Well, that's what Sunday was like for me. I did not feel like it. And I tell you, I really felt like there was something going on with inside me, because I was eating every time I turned around. I was just grabbing something to snack on, and when I look at it on hindsight, I wasn't eating a lot of things, but I felt like I was eating all day long. I was always going to the refrigerator or to the kitchen or something and finding some little thing to nibble on. Some people call that grazing, you know, where you have little things throughout the whole day, which is not something I normally do. I can't really do that. But that's kind of what I was doing on Sunday. And I don't know if that was just a part of, you know, emotional eating or not, but I did do it. And on top of that, I felt like a bump on a log. I did not want to do anything all day long. So I ended up lying in the bed, and I did turn on the TV. I watched a few movies, but it's strange sometimes when it's strange sometimes. You understand, I'm sure, what I'm talking about. It's strange when that's all you're doing is sitting there all day and watching movies. I guess it's sort of like binge watching. If you have a purpose behind it, then that's fine. But if you just sort of lying there catatonic and mindlessly watching the television because you don't feel like doing anything else, then to me, that symbolizes the topic of the day, which is what it is like to be a bump on a log. And it was very strange. I had no energy, a little lethargic, I suppose, in a way, and at the same time not. I just didn't want to do anything. And so that's the way I spent Sunday. And eating and lying there watching movies for an entire day. If, on one hand, the part of me that likes to get things done and be multiply fruitful throughout my time, which is something I haven't been able to accomplish a whole lot of in the past year. And what I mean by multiply fruitful is being, or doubly fruitful. You know, it's like when you can accomplish 2 or 3 things at the same time, then you're being really good. Some people call that multitasking, but you feel really accomplished when you can do a lot of things all at the same time. But Sunday, I guess I just needed to recharge my batteries in a major way. And so I did nothing. And I guess that's the meaning of what it feels like and what happens when you are a bump on a log. Now, I think my mom would have said back in the day, when she would refer to a bump on a log, it would actually mean you just a lazy bum. Well, it felt like I was being a lazy bum, but sometimes, you know, I want to say to you that it's okay to not do anything. We're such a society that goes around and has to go and do and accomplish this and accomplish that and a competition and what have you. But sometimes, you know, it's just okay if you just don't do anything, you know. You got to sit with yourself for a little while, and you got to let yourself be what you're going to be and feel what you're going to feel and do whatever it is that you're naturally going to do if you don't try to force it or push it. And that's kind of what being a bump on a log was like for me on Sunday. It's just a time to decompress, recharge your batteries a little bit, and let go of everything that you've been holding on to. Being a bump on a log allows you to do those kinds of things if you let yourself do it. So it's allowing yourself the opportunity to be that way. If you're a high profile type A personality, alpha type, maybe that just doesn't work for you. But the truth is that we could all benefit by taking a time out and being a bump on a log once in a while. And granted, Sunday's the best day to do that. Why not Sunday? A lot of people don't go to work on Sunday, and people like to go and visit their faith facility or church, and or do other things that they enjoy doing rather than sleeping in, of course, or having breakfast in bed. So Sunday's a good day to do that. So I don't feel bad about being a bump on a log, but I just felt like I wanted to share with you that, hey, I'm human and I go through those times too. And I just lost my foster father last week, and there was a lot of little things coming around in my mind and my memories and my emotions. So I think, on some subconscious level, we exhaust ourselves and we don't even know it. It's like when you get tense in the shoulders and you're carrying that tension in your shoulders and you just don't know it, and then someone comes along and gives you a little massage, and then all of a sudden you're aware of the tension in your shoulders. We do that to ourselves, and we could benefit probably by not letting that happen as often, by taking a time out, kind of like what I'm doing here with the coffee break. I take a time out and I feel free to just talk and gab about whatever I'm thinking or feeling or experiencing or observing. And it's okay to do that. That's my point about what it's like to be a bump on a log today. So, on the other side of that coin, I can tell you that come Monday, I was energized and I got all kinds of little things done that were on my to-do list that day. I had to file my taxes, I had to go to the bank, I had to do little things. And so, taking that time out helps rejuvenate yourself so that you can start fresh the next day. And that's what it's like to be a bump on a log. And I just want to share that with you because that was my day. I don't always do that, but I am reminded now that I had that experience, you know, it comes around. We have to be reminded sometimes of the important things. And even though we might already know them, we might get caught up in the rat race or, you know, responsibilities and trying to be accountable and what have you, that we forget to take time out for ourselves. So don't forget this week to find a moment to take time out for yourselves and be a bump on a log for a little bit. It's okay. Hey, look, I am so excited about keeping up with the vlog, so I will look forward to seeing you next time right here on the Coffee Break. Don't forget to tune in and do all the things I mentioned earlier so that you will know that I'm around. And if you don't mind me gabbing at you, come back and join me, okay? Until then, y'all have a good one. Bye now.